Sway with me, everything sad. Madmen in stone houses without doors. Lepers streaming love and song. Frogs trying to figure the sky. Sway with me, sad things. Fingers split on a forge, old age like breakfast shells, used books, used people, used flowers, used love. I need you, I need you, I need you. It has run away like a horse or a dog, dead or lost or unforgiving. Sway with me. That's a poem by Charles Bukowski. How is the night treating you all if you're listening, if there's somebody listening? It's dark, alright, but sometimes I am unsatisfied with the dark. I am unsatisfied with my blacks. I want it blacker. I want it darker. I want the nights to be longer. Not that I sleep through. Not that it feels really calm. But maybe I haven't had enough nights. Maybe I haven't had enough nights where I felt like I can completely wind down. I had nights where I had to stay prepared, nights where I had to be cautious, nights where I wasn't as tired as I wanted to be. So I tried chasing being tired. Did that promise a night that I can remember? I don't really think so. It just at best gave me a night that I couldn't remember because I might have just crashed and then the next thing I know I wake up. Now that's not my idea of a great night. So what is a great night? Is it the one that you romanticize and say, oh, I sat down and watched the stars, or one where there's a shooting star that I get to see and make a wish? Or is it just being high out of my mind and just tripping and seeing shapes and patterns? No. So what is a night? It's when everything's quiet, but I can hear the quiet, and I don't have to do anything about the quiet. I don't have to wait for anything. I don't have to wait for the quiet to die nor the silence to come. I can just be, and I can be restful. It's been a crazy year. How has it been for you guys? I'm just gonna read another poem by Charles Bukowski. This one is called Man in the Sun. She reached me from the New Yorker, which I don't buy. Don't know how they got in here, but it's something about the mafia. One of the heads of the mafia who ate too much and had it too easy. Too many fine women patting his walnuts, and he got fat sucking at good cigars and young breast, and he had these heart attacks. And so one day somebody's driving him in his big car along the road, and he doesn't feel so good, and he asks the boy to stop and let him out, and the boy lays him out along the road in the fine sunshine. I don't know whether it's a Crete or Sicily or Italy proper, but he's lying there in the sunshine. And before he dies, he says how beautiful life can be. And then he's gone. Sometimes you gotta kill 4 or 5,000 men before you somehow gotta believe that the sparrow is immortal, money is piss, and that you've been wasting your time. I really like the last part. Sometimes you gotta kill 4 or 5,000 men before you somehow get to believe that the sparrow is immortal, money is piss, and that you've been wasting your time. But so what? What then? What then after you know that? Do you unknow it? No, I don't think so. You can't. So, September is coming to an end. What season is it where you are? And is the season coming to an end too? Where I'm at, we don't really have fall, but then I guess this is the quintessential fall season, I suppose. There's something very romantic about the fall season. No, there are no stars in the sky, by the way. It's just rainy clouds. Do you ever switch on the fan just because you want to hear the sound and not really because you're hot or because you're cold, but you just want to hear the fan? Do you ever fall asleep to the television playing in the background and there are wars going on in it? There are deaths being talked about. There are shootouts happening, screaming and crying and violence. But then you fall asleep in the most comfortable way possible. And it's almost like if it stops, you wake up. What does that say about you if you share that experience or that feeling? It's probably just pseudopsychology if we are to succumb to a conclusion that it is because there has been very loud and critical and damning events happening and we are used to it and sleeping to it, so we need something like that. But I can't assume that it is as simple a conclusion as that, because I don't think that's the case. I just think about this. So if it's a film playing on television, or if it's a live telecast of some violence happening, and if we can fall asleep to that, why can we fall asleep to that? I feel like somebody who cannot fall easily asleep, they are often seeking control, and lack of control is why they keep waking up. So if they can sleep to what they see on the television or the screens or devices, then I guess it means that there's something else happening to somebody else in some way that we need not control for once, and that it might actually be in control without our So the lulling that it offers, the lulling that the serenading that the chaos offers, that's there, of course, yeah. I mean, when I think about it, yes. But it's also that it's not something we need in control. It's so loud and so uncontrollable, but it's so out of reach and so not in need of us to control. That could put us to sleep. That might be what puts me to sleep at times. So I'm gonna leave you at that today, I guess. If you listen to this and if you fall asleep to this, at some point of time, whenever you hear this, just leave me a comment, maybe, if you can. So I can consider that as the greatest award I can receive and keep doing it. And help you fall asleep if you do that, if it does that. Alright then. The night is here. And I hope you get to sleep well. If not, keep listening.